What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? As usual, hope we're doing well. Tonight is a Friday night, and we are doing our thing as we usually do. What is going on? I almost said hello to myself. What is going on, Scott Sullivan MMA? What's going on, Ghosty Cato? How's it going, Cato? Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you again. Good to see you. What's going on, Zachary Vered? What's going on, Bonjour Skeet? I believe there might have been one more person. It was a girl, so I remembered the name. I believe it was Beatrice. I gotta check the thing again. One moment. Sorry, I'm getting the rest of my shit set up. I gotta do one more thing, and then I am good to go. Yes, yes, indeed, we are good to hear. Well, I appreciate that, smart moron. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What's going on, Tweet the Leader? Watching on Twitter. Also, Kato, if you're still here, you're watching on Twitch. We have quite the diverse group of people here tonight. All right, all 6 people on YouTube, breaking PRs here. 6 whole people on YouTube. No, but oh yes, Beatrice was the last name in the chat that I did not get to see. So, I found a dating app. I already have it on my phone. All right, I already have it on my phone. I'm gonna see if I can manifesto. What the fuck? Manifesto. Holy shit. I'm gonna see if we can't. I'm gonna see if we can't get it up on here as well, so that I can. So that I can do it with you guys. You know, I can swipe with you guys. You know, what's going on, Joe Rogers? What's going on, GH Soto? Manifesto for Albanian love that crosses borders and preserves our Albanian DNA. Well, I was allowed to sign up, and I am very not Albanian. This is our promise. In a world where distance and loneliness have become the norm, we don't just match people, we restore roots, we rebuild families, we remind the world that Albanian love knows no borders. Wow, that's beautiful. What would the world look like without DUA.com? I mean, what does the world look like with DUA.com? What's there, like 1,000 people on this thing tops? Albanians are everywhere, from New York to Berlin to Switzerland to Melbourne, or Melbourne, as they like to say. They're searching for something more than just another swipe. They want someone who understands Besa or Bessa, who knows the taste of their mother's birek, who feels the pride in the flag, who smiles when they hear, "Whose are you?" Is that like an Albanian thing? Is bad English an Albanian thing? In a world where 90% of marriages happen within the same ethnicity, other apps make Albanians disappear in a sea of irrelevant profiles. On dway.com, they have a 100% chance to find their one. What do we believe that others don't? That culture is social technology and love is the oldest way to preserve it. That the deepest connections happen when you speak the same language, literally and emotionally. That the diaspora isn't just a statistic, it's a distributed superpower. The future we see, oh, this is going to be a good one. In 10 years, Albanians will be more connected than ever. Every connection started on DUA.com. DUA.com, like, there's something about that. It sounds like a government agency almost. Like, I was actually kind of afraid to sign up for this because I was like, I don't know, is this like some kind of fucking honeypot or something like that? They're trying to take down like the Albanian mob or something? Like, what's going on here? Every connection started on DUA.com will be a part of a greater narrative, one that honors roots and builds futures. Love won't be gamified. It will be an act of identity. Sounds beautiful. What are we here to change? The victim voice that says there are no Albanians around me. Oh, man. The algorithms that offer everything but deliver nothing meaningful. The emotional emptiness of shallow casual dating. And if I have to sign up for a new account, I'll do that. What's going to be funny about it is you're going to notice that they have options on there. And one of them is what you're looking for, right? And there's like 6 or 7 options. The one at the very bottom is for fun. And if you select it, the app scolds you. It says, no, you can't. If you're looking for fun, you're in the wrong place. Get out of here. It basically says that. And it's like, holy fuck. What makes DUA.com different? We blend culture and technology from filters that honor your language to algorithms that go beyond just proximity. Ooh. We build communities, not just couples, love stories, reunions, and shared traditions that bring Albanians closer. We make love feel like coming home, no matter how far you are. Our promise, it's not just an app. We're not just an app, excuse me. We are the bridge between generations. We are the new story of an ancient love. We are where everything meaningful begins. DUA.com is about the whole journey of love. Be the one, find the one, grow together. Sign up today and create your Albanian family. Should I check out Granite? Should I check out Granite? No. No. Okay. So I apologize in advance if this doesn't have a desktop version. You know, I figure that this should have a desktop version, but if not, then maybe I can figure out a way to maybe I can figure out a way. Maybe I can figure out a way. Scott, what's your take on Albanians exactly? I don't know shit about them. Aren't they like a Muslim, like you know? Now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure they were a mostly Muslim country that became a Christian country over the last year or two, if I remember correctly. If I'm thinking about, let me double check. Let me double check real quick. Albania. Yes, I believe this is what I was thinking of. I'm pretty sure. Let's see here. Yes, religion, Islam, 50.67%, Christianity, 16.02% apparently. But I saw somewhere that apparently they are like Christianity is becoming like the dominant, almost an empire, the dominant religion or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But then again, it's not like you can really trust Wikipedia like that or anything. That's kind of not how that works. I feel like, you know. But I mean, hey, you know. Yeah, I know what you mean about the URL. It's too clean. Yeah. Like I don't know. There's something about this that does not look like an Eastern European made it. You know, there isn't enough like donkey carts. Yeah, you know, I don't see Borat anywhere. Where's Borat? Um, nah, but like no, put your location as shitty from Blood Games. That would be pretty funny. No, I saw something too. It might have been Georgia. No, because I thought Georgia was always Christian. My teeth hurt. I've had multiple cavities filled, and I don't even think some of them needed to be filled. Like I'm kind of wondering if my dentist is fucking with me here, because I went to the dentist for the first time in a long time, and I'll be honest with you guys, I eat a lot of sugar. You know, if it wasn't clear by now, I eat a lot of sugar. So I knew that I was going to have cavities. They did the full x-rays on me, and they said that I had like a few here and then like one or two here. They did like four of them today, and it's like you told me I had like one or two of them here. Where did four fillings come from? I feel like they're inflating a little bit, if I'm being honest with you. I feel like they might be inflating just a little bit, But yeah, my take on Albanians is I don't know any Albanians, so you know I don't know how they are as a people. Like you can definitely get a feel for a people, you know. Like after being around Brazilians for so long, I kind of have a feel for them on a cultural level. You know, like they are distinct from other people, even other South Americans and things like that. Like a Brazilian and a Colombian are not the same, even if like there are similar like if you stuck a Brazilian and a Colombian next to each other, I might not be able to tell you the difference depending on like what they're wearing and how their hair is styled and stuff like that. I've seen Colombians that kind of look Brazilian and stuff like that. But like when you get to talking to them, even if you even if you couldn't tell the difference between a Colombian accent and like a Brazilian accent, one of the many Brazilian accents they have, or like the difference between Portuguese and Spanish, you could just tell from like just the way that they conduct themselves. You know, there's a Brazilian mindset, there's a Brazilian experience, there's a Brazilian way of going about things and doing stuff. and it's very distinct to them, you know. And I don't know any Albanians, let alone enough Albanians to be able to tell you about them, you know. So hey, it is what it is. I think Zerka is Albanian. Zerka. I've heard of that name. I know he's like a big streamer guy, but I really don't know that much about him. I think Zerka is. I think I did a video on him, not even recently, like years ago at this point, where he might have gotten into a fist fight with somebody, and I broke the fight down. I feel like I might have done something like that, but I really don't know who Zerka is outside of that. If that even was Zerka, I don't know. It might have been Merka or Durka or Jerka or something like that. You know, Merka is actually that's what Taylor goes by as Merka. But anyway, the number of Scott's cavities changes every day. Makes you wonder if it ever even happened in the first place. Yeah, like I never like I went to the dentist for the first time in a long time specifically because I knew I had a cavity. Other than that, I had no like anything. There was no like no cracks, no broken teeth, no pain in the teeth or anything like that. I never had anything like that, you know. And then they take the X-rays and they show me a couple of cavities, and it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, that looks like a hole in my fucking tooth. Like I kind of before she even explained it to me, I was like, ooh, that looks like a cavity. I bet that's a cavity. And sure enough, she told me, yes, it is. But like some of the cavities didn't need to be filled because they weren't that deep. It's stuff that if you use remineralizing toothpaste or gum or something like that, you're all good. You know, you just got to keep on doing it. But there were some where she was like, oh yeah, we'll have to do that one because that's into the pulp and that's when we have to fill cavities, you know. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, you can't trust anyone in the fucking medical field. You know, they're all like specifically people who make decisions. You know, it's one thing like you're just a fucking nurse. Even then, it's like a lot of nurses are just like shit. They're just dog shit. They're just awful. You know, but like fucking like you get some guy whose job it is to just count pills and like put them in the bottles so that they can get given to the person who has the prescription and stuff like that. It's like that's one thing, you know. It's another thing when it's like, oh, Mr. Doctor, who is like he runs a family practice, he runs a private practice, and because of that, this is his business. So he's gonna be like, oh well, you know, we could definitely use an X-ray of that arm. The arm's hanging off. You know, it's a compound fracture. The arm is hanging off like that, except in this direction. And they're like, oh, I don't know. You know, I think we need an X-ray of that. We got to make sure it's not broken or anything like that. The arm's fucking like that. It's like, holy fuck. You know, anything to get a little bit more money. Anything to get a little bit more money. And having good insurance is almost worse because they'll be like, because in their mind it justifies it more. Like I haven't had to pay a single cent for any of my fillings or anything like that. 100% of my fillings is covered, so that would explain why they would be so zealous about the fillings and shit like that, is because like, well, it's not like I'm paying for it, so they don't have to feel like they're stealing from me, you know. And like fucking insurance company, I understand wanting to bleed them dry. Not that you even could do that. You know, you drown in the blood that you bled from them before they died of exsanguination. You know, fucking what's it called? But like, it's just like, man, like I don't want to have to spend an hour and a half, 2 hours in the chair every time I show up. You know, and get numbed and like I can't eat anything. I was there at 10 a.m. I don't like eating before I do something like that, so I didn't eat anything, and then I had to get my fucking face numbed up, you know, and then like until like 1 or 2 p.m. I was just numb and I couldn't eat anything because I was in danger of chewing something that should not be chewed, you know. Nurse is the number one female sociopath job. Oh yeah, you know, that and teacher, and the reason why is because they are jobs with an undue amount of praise that come with them. You know, you're an asshole if you don't love teachers and nurses. You know, and then also the pay is good despite what they try and act like they deserve. They are overpaid, if anything, you know, because most of the time they spend is just chilling behind the fucking desk, whether it's a school or a nurse's office, a what's it called, an emergency room, or like a hospital or something like that, most of their time is spent just chilling behind a desk. And then like 10% of their time is spent like dealing with a patient. And look, I understand sometimes you gotta empty a bedpan. I personally wouldn't want to do that, but it's not that big of a deal, if we're being honest here. That's not the absolute worst thing that you could be fucking doing. You know, you got gloves, you got masks, you got other sanitary products that are going to keep you protected and stuff like that. So it's like I just don't want to hear it. You know, after the amount of times that teachers have fucked me over, and they've acted like they're just looking out for my best interest and stuff like that, to a point where like my life was ruined for a long time, partially because of them. You know, um, and then you know, that's my Utah story. Is public school is my Utah story. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, and the amount of times I've had to like do a nurse's job for them and be like, well, actually, no, they said it was this, and the nurse is like, what? They said that? Are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. And then they double check with the doctor, and they don't even walk in and say, whoop, wow, I almost made a mistake. Thank you for that. It's been a long day. Thanks for catching that. I can't believe I almost did that. I'm so sorry. Not even that. They just walk in as though that didn't just happen, and they go right back to doing what they're doing. You know, like the amount of times that like a nurse, I've like caught them in the middle of doing something wrong, or like they're just like not listening, and I have to like double, triple, quadruple down on like, look, here's the fucking problem. Take care of this problem. I guarantee you the other problem goes away. And then they finally do it just to shut me up, and the problem goes away. And it's like, oh, all right, well, get out of here. It's like, dude, fucking again, like I tell this story every time I'm on that topic, but like watching my brother-in-law have a heartbeat of 200 plus beats per minute at home, and then when we are trying to load him into the car, he starts to go blind and he can't walk. Literally, he's laying in his bed. I get home. I think my wife was at home, soon to be ex-wife, but my wife was at home, and what's it called? I forget exactly how it happened, but basically we were gonna load him into the car, and instead of him getting up and walking, he was like, "Yo, I can't see right now. I am blind," and he couldn't walk. So we had to pick him up and drag him out to the car and throw him in, and then drive to the fucking hospital. For us to get there, and then be in the emergency room for a second, like the waiting room for the emergency room, and then when we get pulled in so they can do vital signs, I'm sitting here trying to explain to the nurse, because you know my brother-in-law doesn't speak very good English yet. Look, he's having like heart attack level like BPM right now, and he's like, "What do you mean?" That was his thing. Was like, "Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean heart attack level? How would you know?" Like that was his attitude. Like, how would you know, a random guy who's not a nurse? You didn't go to school for 4 years. How would you know what a heart attack looks like? And it's like that's basic knowledge that like a heart rate that quick probably means there's something wrong with your heart, including a potential heart attack. You know, it's like holy fucking shit. Um, like to get that attitude, and then we go back there and they're just like, oh, it's SVT is what they called it. It was either the drug they gave him was called SVT, or what he had was called SVT. That's what they were calling it anyway. We're just going to give him some of this drug. We're going to administer it intravenously. And what's going to happen is your heart is actually going to stop for a second. You're going to feel it stop, and then it's going to restart. And then when it restarts, since it was resetted, it's going to be good. Literally, they tried to do the they literally pulled the did you turn it off and turn it back on thing that you get with fucking Indians on Microsoft tech support and shit like that, you know? And they did that like 5 or 6 times, to the point where like it was almost torturous for my brother-in-law. Like that was absolutely fucking like terrible to watch, and I couldn't imagine being him, you know? To the point where like they did it the last time they did it, or the second to last time. It was one of those, and he was like, all right, I think that's enough. Like he was straight up like, I don't want to do that again, you know? And then after that didn't work, they were just like, we're gonna discharge you. Just go check out with your go check out your guy, whatever his fucking name is, primary care. And like on the way out, they talked to us like we were wasting their time and shit like that. It's like doctors and nurses, if they all collectively dove off the top of their hospitals, I would the world would be a better place. The world would be a better place. That's like fuck, man. But that's so awful, dude. You know, it's so awful. Norm Macdonald had a great joke about teachers. Why would I respect someone who has the same schedule as a child? Exactly. You know, that's all you can do all day that's all you can do to get paid all is hang around with kids all day. That's your thing, is you just hang out with kids all day. And what's worse is you can't even just hang out with them and like do the right thing. You also hang out with them and you tell them about your political beliefs and shit like that. You indoctrinate them to your personal fucking political beliefs. You go off on Trump in a room full of sixth graders. It's like, you fucking loser. You fucking loser. You are a waste of space. You are a waste of air. If you fell off the face of the earth, the world would improve. You know? And I'm saying this as a guy who teaches kids, but at the very least, I'm teaching them how to do something real. I'm teaching them how to protect themselves. I'm teaching them how to have confidence. It's not just, sit down and shut up, little Timmy. I'm teaching out of the book. They gave me this book. I got to teach out of it. I'm not actually really doing a job. Anybody could do this job. Literally, I could pull anybody in off the street and they could do this job right now, because all it is reading out of a book that they gave me, a curriculum. But I'm underpaid and I'm important. I'm important. I have a really important job. And you know what? Trump, the orange man, the Cheeto, he wants to defund my job. He wants to defund my work. But he doesn't realize that we need people like me. We need people like me is what we need. It's like, you fucking assholes. It like people talk about, like, a lot of people on the right have fantasies about them like coming to power and they're going to be the fascist in charge and shit like that, right? And I don't say fascist as a denigrating term either. It's just like they are like, in their mind, oh yes, I'm the top fascist, like literally. It's like they talk about what they would do based off of like race, religion, creed, all this other stuff. They got to reform school as well. Oh, excuse me. That's if anything, that's the main thing they got to do. But anyway, what happened to my brother-in-law? Basically, we brought him to the same hospital but a different shift, and the doctor that was on that shift, he correctly identified that there was an electrical issue with his heart. So it wasn't SVT or whatever it was, or maybe it was SVT, but for some reason the other guy didn't decide to do this. What happened was they sent him into Boston to have, literally, like, it was like a vein or a muscle was singed, was burned. They had to burn a piece of his heart, utilizing, like, I don't know what it looked like. I don't know exactly, the process. I wasn't there. This is actually the day, I tell this part of the story too. Sam hit me up to be on Fish Tank right after that. I was on my way home. It was like 7 or 8 a.m. And Sam sent me a text like, yo, come on Fish Tank. But like they sent him into Boston and he had a small procedure done. It was very non-invasive. He was back home the next day, I'm pretty sure. And like he's been all good since then. He just has to avoid caffeine and stuff like that, and he doesn't do alcohol as well. But like it's just like shit like that where it's like doctors and teachers sit there and they're like, AI couldn't do what I do, and it's like you can't do what you do. You can't even do what you do. What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking you leave, you go into your office and you Google what the fuck is up with somebody. Except you think because you have like a more annoying version of WebMD, your version of WebMD is better than mine or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. But like you're sitting there, you can't even do your own job, and you're talking about AI will never be able to take my job. And it's like, yeah, fucking a monkey could take your job, dude. But anyway, um, Rando the Rando, divorce hitting hard. I see. Yep. Uh, if I were a black kid, I would also throw scissors at my teacher's eyes. Honestly, it's hard to blame anybody. It's hard to blame anybody. You know that. What's going on, Lori? In video, how you doing? But I want to see if I can get this thing up. I want to see if I can. I want to see. Oh man, can I? It says scan to download the app. Can I log in from here though? Um. Oh man, you know what? Damn, that's gonna suck. Ah, oh, dude, really? Dude, I can't log in via. Damn, you know what? Whatever, fuck it. I'll just use my phone. I'll just use my phone. It's whatever then. Yeah, sorry, one sec. So I have two. I have two likes right now. I have two whole likes. Dose. Oh, what? Oh, is it gonna make me? Is it gonna make me pay for shit? Only this time. Yep. Okay. Um. I gotta fuck around with it a little bit. Okay. Fucking hey, dude. It makes it makes you select all ways. It doesn't even allow you to it. Oh, dude, this thing fucking sucks. There's a map of my area. I'm covering it right now, you know, with my hand. But then it says spotted nearby, coming soon. The app is unfinished. The app is unfinished, and I'm getting likes from bots. Is what's happening. Oh no! Oh no! No, never mind. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. We got it. We got him. We got him. We got him. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go to the right on that. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to the right. We're gonna go. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. We got a good one. We got a good one here. We got a good one here, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go swipe right on that. This could be this. This might be a man. This might be a man. So we're gonna swipe right. Oof. Oh yes. Oh yes. That's a hard right. What are your interests? See more. I'm gonna put billiards. I'm gonna put bowling. I am going bowling soon. Instagram is not a fucking Instagram is not a fucking that's some bullshit. Whatever. I'm gonna click it though. Martial arts. All right, I'll do martial arts. We'll do martial arts. Esport. Camping, self care, and wine because I'm a fucking girl. Oh, I can't even pick wine. All right. Let's see here. Egg Zona, and she is 7,136 kilometers away. Is what she's at. She has two pictures. Minimum. Oh, you see, I only have one photo. I'll show you mine real quick. I'll show you mine real quick. You boys ready for this one? You boys ready for this one? I tried to look as mentally handicapped as I could. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Don't you want to just give him a big smooch? Mwah. I took that like 2 minutes before I streamed. Um. All right. So Exona is you can't actually swipe. Oh, what? Oh, dude. Wow. That's a letdown. That's a letdown. It's already doing the pay to play thing, but I don't know. I guess we'll see if we get any bites. I guess we'll see if we get any bites. LMFAO, you look like a goby fish that's been hit by a flashbang, dude. I might as well look like that. Oh, so actual Albanian dating, yeah. I like how on Exona here you see Albanian, and it's like yeah, isn't that the point? I mean, I am supposed to be like Albanian, and if I'm not allowed on here. That's kind of the deal, is it not? Um, there's a lot of chicks. There's a lot of chicks from fucking. There's a lot of chicks from Kosovo here. There's a lot of ooh man. Ah man. Antigona. Antigona is her name apparently. I don't want to be rude necessarily, but it's like Eastern Europeans, they just have a certain look to them, you know. They like you can tell a Brazilian, right? If you meet a Brazilian, you can tell they're Brazilian from Brazil, as opposed to you should try Grinder, Scott. Oof. Oof. You know what? You're lucky you're lucky it didn't work out. If I could, ooh, actually, no, because you know what? If I could trust these dudes to be respectful, if I could trust these dudes to be respectful, I'd be like, haha, yeah, let's jump on there because it'll be funny. No though, like this is immediately what you get on the website. So, you know,
I can imagine that.
I'm already not in the mood for that. I already don't want to deal with that, you know? Like being gay is what it is, you know. I don't think it's actually hereditary. I don't think there's ever been any study or anything like that to back that up. We have an idea of what it is a lot of the time, and if anything outside of that occurs, then we have yet to be able to explain it, right? But like the issue that I have with gay people is not that they exist and that they're around. It's when they try to recruit. Gays try to recruit. If we're being honest here, they try to recruit people, and they'll try to recruit you. I know because I'm a redhead with a deep voice and a certain look about me, right? Even now, it's like there's twinks that would be like, he's like a bear. Like I'm bordering on bear at this point, right? No, but like for real, like gay dudes love the fuck out of me because I have a bit of an exotic look, right? And because of that, a lot of the time they will try their best to recruit, you know? And the reason I say recruit instead of just hit on you is because it's kind of the same thing as when like a dude doesn't leave a girl alone. When it's like he's like, oh hey, oh fuck, literally, I'll show you the example of this, right? I'll show you the perfect example of this. This is some fucking shit that was going around the other day. I gotta find my bookmarks. Where's my schmuck? I'm pretty sure I bookmarked it. Oh yes. This is fucking nah. You know, I'll show you the original before I show you the regular one. So like, yeah, you should be able to hear that. This fucking guy.
Hi, what's your name? How are you? How's your life? Oh, you got a man. Are you in love? If so, type. Is it just platonic, strictly just as friends? Or the type that ties you two together till tomorrow's end? If it is, disregard every time I call you pretty. Though it's meant sincerely, it's just my imagination drifting. And brush me off like the dirt on Jay-Z's shoulders.
NPR.
Reflect myself and get ready to take over your heart.
That makes this even worse.
Or at least your spare time. And I love the thought of being with you. Or maybe it's the thought of not being so alone.
When I first heard this, I assumed it was like a joke. I assumed this guy was just fucking around. But the more I listened to it, I kept watching it in that way that you watch I kept watching it in that way you watch something that is like so grotesque you simply can't look away. And that, like, I realized, like, no, this dude is 100% legit. And the NPR logo really, really drives it home. I only just noticed, in fact, here you go. I only just noticed the NPR logo right here. I forgot that, I forgot that I'm over here now instead of over here. I only just noticed that this time. Let's go ahead and finish it up, shall we? Let's finish it up, shall we?
Second one's way sadder than the first one, but I don't know. I love the thought of being with you.
And that's one of the reasons why I thought it was a joke, because they just randomly are like, whoa. This is the best part. This is gonna be the best part, right? We're gonna go back just a little bit. Pay attention. Just pay attention to the dude's face.
I really love being loved, but I also really love not crying on the. We should go get a cup of coffee, and I'll act friendly. And I won't pull any stunts, but I'm a fucking stunt puller from birth. So I don't know what to tell you if I try to confess my love for
I'm still confused about what he said at the last part. Did he say confess my love for ska? That would be the icing on the cake there for some fucking dirtbag left winger in 2025 to be like, I actually like ska. Have you ever heard of ska? Ska is really good. You ever hear of ska? But this thing's fucking great. I love the hell out of this.
Oh
no! I forgot. Oh man, I forgot about the oh no. Let's hear it again.
Oh no! It's great to be here at your boyfriend's piano recital. My love for you is so hidden that you think I'm not here to have sex with you. But my love makes me pine for having sex with you silently, and my passive aggression inspires me. You walk the door.
Oh no!
You say, I have a boyfriend, and I smile, and I cry, and I cry, and I smile, and I say, it's fine. But I love the thought of having sex with you. But I can't stop smiling and being fake as fuck! Man, I love jerking into your Depop. I castrated myself to enter the DIY scene! Hey, what's up? How are you? Who's your boyfriend? Where you at? Where's your house at? Are you all of you? Oh no! Cry. And I
hold on. The
oh no!
The oh no.
No! Oh no!
It gets me every time, and then
it's fine. But
the butt gets me too. The oh no, but this is, whoever made this is fucking great. I love the hell out of this, dude. Oh man, this is emo Borat. Yeah, that's basically what that guy was. Fucking, I hated ska as a teen too, though, not just now as an adult. Like, I never listened to ska. There was one band that I listened to called Big D and the Kids Table, which that's a really fucked up name. That's like they might as well have just named themselves the Kid Touchers or something like that with a name like that fucking shit. But they were a local band. They're from Boston, and they have probably the most Reddit song you've ever heard. I don't want to get popped for copyright. I literally just had a copyright strike expire yesterday. So I want to try my best to not have that happen again. At least not too soon. So I'm not going to play it for you, but if you look up LAX by Big D and the Kids Table, it's like the most Reddit song ever. It's like every other word is fuck. Literally, that's kind of the joke. They do have some okay songs, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like some of their songs are pretty good, I will say. A lot of Boston bands are just not that good, if I'm being honest with you. Specifically, like Boston punk bands that made it big. Like the Dropkick Murphys are not that good, if I'm being honest with you. They're like the Green Day of the Boston punk scene, if we're being real here. Just guys that you should spit on. You shouldn't listen to them when they're live. You should just spit fucking just fucking hop on stage and start fucking destroying everything, you know. But oh no! One more time.
I love the thought of having
Oh wait. Oh no.
Oh no! It's
Dude, I wanna find the dude who did that. Anyway, slam poetry over folk sludge or whatever shit that was sounds horrible. Some people said it was like called boom clap or something like that, and it's like, look, I'm not like assholes. Thought I heard thunder, but assholes create those kinds of musical genres and shit like that, where it's like it. The thunder was getting louder, but it's just like a truck or something like that, a freight train. But yeah, like assholes who are not creative, so they try to glean creativity off of identity. That's their thing, you know. That's why part of the left wing like zeitgeist for a long time, and it still is to this day. But like especially like over the last 10 years, when they really took control and really started trying to drive it home, was like it was all identity, is because like these people don't have personality outside of what they can call themselves. So because of that, they're like, aha, I'm actually gender non-bi queer, you know. And like that's why there's so many of them, is because if you have two people in a room who are both gender queer, well, those people aren't unique anymore. They don't have a unique personality anymore. So one or even both of them is going to like have a moment where they're like, "Oh fuck, I'm not the only one." Well, it's okay. I'm not even genderqueer anymore. Actually, I'm gender beer. I'm gender beer is what I am. I'm gender beer. It's like genderqueer, but it's not. You're a little bit more bi. That's why it's B, UEER. The U is silent in there. Gender beer. So yeah. That's what it is. But I'm also pansexual as well. So yeah, like that's why that happens, you know. And the same thing happens with music, where it's like some guy wants to feel like he's a pioneer of a genre. He wants to feel like he is he wants to feel like he's some kind of like influencer. And I don't mean influencer like oh, let me take a selfie, haha, we're here at this place, oh my gosh, like not that kind of influencer, but someone who influences the scene that they are a part of. A trendsetter, excuse me. They want to feel like they're a trendsetter. So like what they do is they slow down whatever punk rock they were playing before, and you know, they start writing songs about like whatever topic they decide they want to write them about, and they give it a certain name and stuff like that, you know. This guy and Stomp Clap Hey music are two of the four horsemen of the end times of soy. Oh, dude, fucking forget about it, man. I'm eating cake and having a pizza while drinking Mountain Dew, so if I die tonight, don't miss me too much, guys. Hey, you died doing what you love, Joe Butt Slasher. That's all that matters. Postmodernism gone too far. Oh yeah, you know. Where people like some people will be like, late stage capitalism. No, it's, if anything, it's late stage enlightenment. It's late stage secularism, you know. This is the inevitable path that secular thought will lead you to, you know. Every time I hear Cherry Blossom saying "oh no," or not here, but see, I see Cherry Blossom's "oh no" thing, and it makes me want to listen to it again. I'm gonna listen to it one more time.
Oh no! It's great to be here.
Oh no. I feel like there was, dude. I don't even remember exactly why I. Oh yeah. Dude. The reason why I brought that up, right, is because uh this guy right here, he is what you would call like the straight male version of a recruiter, right? Well, when I say recruiter, what I mean is like a gay dude who can't just shut up and let straight people be straight. You know, whenever he sees a guy that he's attracted to, he's always got to try and like convince them to like have at least one romp. You know, there's always some kind of like, oh, I'm talented. Haha. Whoa. Oh, are you sure? You sure you don't like dick? How can you say you don't if you haven't tried it? You can't knock it if you haven't tried it, right? I mean, like, how do you know you're not gay if you've never like had gay sex before to know that you don't like it? And I mean, if you want to like have sex with somebody, I mean, I'm willing to help you out like that. Like they literally like they'll say shit like that, you know? Um, and it's like the most heinous, evil bullshit, and we let them get away with it for a bunch of different reasons. You know, pretty much all the reasons. But what those guys are doing is literally what this guy is doing right here. Except like in this case, it's like, oh, you have a boyfriend? Uh, good, good. I like that for you, and I'm totally not jealous, and let's just be friends, and we're gonna be good friends, and I'm not gonna try to make a move, but I'm gonna try to make a move. Like that's his thing, like it's almost the exact same thing as what I was talking about like, oh, are you sure? I could help you, Yeah, like again, I don't hate Bert. I've never talked to Bert to decide whether or not I actually dislike the guy. I always try to make sure I leave it open, as to where like, I can meet somebody and be in the same room with them and make that determination. But like, yeah, that seems like a Bert thing for sure. It seems like a Bert thing. Um, it's like I can be around gay people and we don't have to have conversations about it. I don't have to talk about my religion. Just don't like if I'm not going to talk about my religion and what Leviticus says, don't talk about how you want to fuck me. It's that simple. It's like whatever, bro, it's none of my business what you're up to, and I'm a sinner too, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, "But you're gay, why?" But like that's a sin. It's like, yeah, you know what else is a sin? Fucking overeating, gluttony. I got a bit of a problem with that if you couldn't fucking tell, you know. Um and there's plenty more sins. There's a lot more sin that I am given to, um oh, man. uh Sorry, I'm trying to catch up on the chat here. These guys are like, I'm semi bisexual, I'm only attracted to women. Yeah, pretty much, you know. Um got that '06 Gucci Mane diet. Got that 2025 fucking Sensei Scott diet is what he's got. It's what Mr. Butt Slasher has. Um, I wonder if he's Albanian. Honestly, I think he's got a look. He's got a look to him. I'd say he's probably Mexican, but if he's not Mexican, it wouldn't surprise me to find that he is some kind of Eastern European. You know, um, the San Pellegrino bottles in the background are the cherry on top. Oh man, you're right. Damn, that's crazy. Um, yeah, it's my dad's 6th year of being sober from almost letting his liver kill him. Damn, congratulations to your dad, Joe Butt Slasher. Congratulations to your dad. That's good to hear, man. That's always good to hear. All right, okay, all right. This we're gonna go back. Oh wait. This is where it gets really good. This is where it gets really good. From here.
I love the thought of being with you.
Ah!
I'm atheist, the thought of not being so alone. God damn. I really love being loved, but I also really love not
The face.
relying on the. We should go get a cup of coffee.
That fucking face, dude. That fucking face. What the fuck is that face? It's like vaguely threatening, but not like physically threatening, like a if you say no, I'm gonna cry and make a scene threatening, you know? And then the way he nods, the way he nods with it.
We should go get a cup of coffee and all act friendly. And I won't pull any stunts, but I'm a fucking stunt puller from birth. So I don't know what to tell you if I try to confess my love for ska.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he says ska. I'm pretty sure he said ska. I'm pretty sure that's it. David Adeo says, "Who are these people? I don't know, and I don't want to know, and I don't think you should want to know either." You know. I guess this popped up from a chat about what's it called? Fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, um oh yeah. There was like some kind of Twitter discourse where people were talking about the worst song ever, you know. And that's where this came from. That's where this popped up, you know. This thing has 15.8 million views. That's pretty crazy. But sorry guys, sorry. Whoops. His facial expressions scare the fuck out of me. Yeah, they make me uneasy. If someone was looking like that, I'd be like, yo, I gotta keep an eye on this guy. He might snap. You know, I might have to start like throwing leg kicks or something like that. Fucking the white knight when he realizes the girl isn't gonna sleep with him face. Yeah, pretty much. I'm gonna call the ADL on you if you don't if you don't go out with me. That's a good one. That's a good one. They'd probably be that way too. They'd probably be like, oh well. You should go out with him. Why wouldn't you want to go out with him? Actually, funny enough, there's like a Jewish coalition talking about how like Jewish men should not mix with Jewish women, and I would assume it's specifically Jewish men because the Jewish heritage, not heritage, but the Jewish legacy, if you will, is passed down through the mother's side instead of the father's side. So if a Jewish woman marries a Gentile, marries a goy, their child or children will be considered to be Jewish by, I don't know, the Jews. I don't think they have like a church per se. You know, I don't know what their religious body is called. I know they have synagogue, but I don't know what goes above that. But like the dads specifically, if they marry non-Jewish women, then their kids will not be considered Jewish, you know, which is crazy to think of because like every other culture that has worked has had the legacy passed down through the father. It is a virile legacy. You have the legacy of virility passed down to you. Even if you're a woman, you have the legacy of virility passed down to you. You don't inherit your mother's legacy, you inherit your father's legacy. You know, but like the Jewish legacy is that of the feminine, which like I think that says a lot about it, and it says a lot about any culture that has like a feminine like legacy, you know, that it's passed down through the mother. You know, you don't see many societies that work very well that are like that. That's just the way it is, you know. Oh boy, Scott, could you react to this 1 minute clip of a cop abusing his authority? Yeah, sure. Did you send it to me, or if you haven't sent it to me, David, then send it to me now. And I will go ahead. Can you send it to me through Twitter, or is there another way you can send it to me, or maybe you can tell me what to look up? Um, I saw a video the other day of something that was kind of like that pissed me off a little bit, you know, and like I want to on Dick Sword here. All right, we're gonna go ahead. If this is the one I'm thinking of, like I'm glad you linked it because it makes me so angry, and it's the type of shit that I want to talk about when it comes to like corrupt cops and stuff like that. Um, oh no, never mind. This is not the one, but I am interested. I am interested to see. All right, so this is an old one. This is from Cops. This is from fucking Cops, dude. All right. Matrilineal. Yes. That's a good word. That's a good word, Zach. Matrilineal, which I'm sure that is the word. I just didn't know it. Whoa. Whoa. Just marijuana. Wow. This dude's scared for his life. He did it again. He was like, "All right, puppy." Yeah, I don't know. Like that dude said it was tobacco. This dude's saying it's weed. This is filmed on a potato, so we can't tell what that is. It could be either. Like on one hand, it's bunched up the way that some weed looks to me when it's ground up, but also like again, the resolution is so low on that camera that it also kind of looks brown the way that tobacco is. Though like you know, sometimes you do get some brown weed. You know, sometimes you get some really fucking shitty weed. But I don't know. I don't know. You know, that could be either. I don't know. You know, but yeah, like this is the old way that cops used to operate. This dude, you can tell he's in his like 40s. You know, maybe even getting up there in age. This has to be from like the early to mid 2000s. So he was probably on the job in like the 1980s. So that's back when you could get away with like fucking walk in with your gun drawn like that. And it's crazy to me too because like this poor fucking guy, like even if it's weed, it's like it's just fucking weed. Even back then everybody kind of knew like it's just weed. I don't think it really, you know, needs you to be fucking drawing guns on people and shit like that, you know? First off, like what was even the probable cause to enter in the first place, right? Like we don't know that. This could have been a call, you know, who knows. But in addition to that, you're gonna like walk up with your gun drawn, and then when this dude is scared for his fucking life, you're gonna be like giving him the biz about it. Like that's the classic cop thing to do. And then when a cop draws on someone and shoots them for no good reason, or when like a cop shoots a dog or something like that, what are they gonna do? They're gonna be like, "Oh, I was afraid. I was in fear for my life," you know? It's just that classic thing, you know, a lot of cops have god complexes. A lot of cops are corrupt. You know, this is one of those big ways that they're corrupt, you know? And I don't know what happened with this guy. I hope to God he got fired, though. I hope to God he got fired. I'm curious about this. This is still the funniest cop moment. Fucking, yeah, oh, female police officer in Houston, Texas has been placed on desk duty after allegedly pulling a gun on her sister's boyfriend during an argument in which he took her phone. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Is is this what they call black girl magic? Is this black girl magic? I'm pretty sure that's what they call that. Hold on. I didn't I didn't even realize you guys couldn't hear this. I didn't even realize you guys couldn't hear this. Fucking we'll go back.
Brenda, so you gonna play with me? Give me the motherfucking phone right there. Put it in my motherfucking hand. Here, man. So you gonna shoot me over there? Over your sister hitting me in my face? Fuck like me. You sorry. Wait till they lock your ass up in October. I ain't even know y'all already planned it. Y'all already set it up.
Ah, yes. Fucking seasoning. This is this is the it's the seasoning police, ladies and gentlemen. Hey Scott, off topic. Are you invested in any private equity funds? If so, are they worthwhile? I don't know what a private equity fund is, if I'm being honest with you. That's a little too technical for me. My money is invested in crypto, not even a lot of it. I don't have a lot of money invested in anything. I do have a few thousand invested in the stock market though. And I am down a lot. I am down a few thousand actually. If I have like 10 grand in that I've invested in the stock market, I'm probably down to like 2 or 3 grand at this point, just because of the way everything went under Biden's presidency and then some other things. But In addition to that, the reason why I'm down is because I'm invested in the weed business. I invested in more than a couple of recreational marijuana companies, and then in addition to that, I think I might have went with like a psilocybin company as well, because that's kind of the next on the docket to be decriminalized and legalized recreationally, at least medicinally for now. But you know, it will probably be recreational at some point, sometime soon. You know, but when it comes to stocks, my big play is weed stocks, because I anticipate that sometime in the next 5 years, weed will probably be legalized federally. And when it does, I anticipate a huge bump. I anticipate that boomers, especially, are going to be like, oh, dude, I remember smoking weed back in the day. That was fun. I'm gonna invest in some of these companies, and then I can be the one pulling the rug instead of getting rug pulled. You know, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for that, and maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. I don't know. We shall see. Reminds me of a news article some years back. A drunk female off-duty cop breaks into an apartment in her apartment complex and guns down the black guy living there. I remember that. I remember that one. Yeah, 100%. And I'm pretty sure her department tried to protect her, you know? This is something that I said about this. I did an overnight stream last week. I took it down because when I do those, I kind of want it to be a one-time thing for the most part. Like, you know, we do our thing and we just, you know, we fuck off after there's, you know, you had to be there. You had to be there is the thing. And one of the things I was talking about is that if you're a cop, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter who you are. You are a cop first. So because of that, if you are going to pull your gun on some guy who may or may not have stolen a cell phone, which I'm willing to bet that was a cell phone that guy bought for her on the condition that, like, hey, you and I are dating, so you can utilize this, but if anything happens, you're giving me that back. I would not be surprised at all to find that the bitch was acting up, and he was like, well, I guess we're breaking up. Took the phone back, and now here we are, right? This woman is going to be protected. I guarantee you she's going to be protected. What is it? Female placed on desk duty. You see that? Placed on desk duty. Not even suspended. Not even suspended or anything like that. Placed on desk duty. So she didn't even lose a day of pay. It was just, all right, fucking, you don't even got to hand in your badge and your gun or anything like that. We ain't even doing this like it's Starsky and Hutch. You can just go, hey, go warm the bench for a little bit. We'll still get you paid. You know, you'll have an easy day in an air conditioned environment, shit like that. Like, that's what happened. And that's because it doesn't matter who you are or what you do, you are a cop. So the other cops and the court system are going to protect you, you know? The example that I used was in Arkansas. The Arkansas Attorney General is looking into this thing. It's called like Return to Land or something like that. It's a bunch of male monkeys who think they can make a town and keep black people, black folks out of it and shit like that. They ain't gonna have no season on they chicken. They ain't gonna have no taco stands, no Chinese places or anything like that. They ain't gonna be no seasoning, not one seasoning in the entire compound. Fucking like the Arkansas Attorney General is going after them as hard as he can. Meanwhile, also what happened in Arkansas was there was this police chief who got caught diddling kids. And he ended up, I forget if it was breaking out of jail or if he just posted bail, but he went to jail and he was awaiting trial and he got out of jail and he ended up kidnapping the child that he got accused of diddling. And when the father of that child caught him trying to kidnap the child, he shot and killed the former police chief. And that guy is now being charged with attempted murder. That guy, that not even attempted murder. He would just be being charged with murder. Attempted murder would imply that the guy did not die. Excuse me. That's because it doesn't matter. Even if you're a pedophile, if you're a cop first, a pedophile second. They may not even really love you. They may not like it. They might be like, that fucking asshole. But the bottom line is they don't want to see one of their own go. Because if the pedophile cop goes, well, then who else is going to go? If this bitch goes, well, then who else is going to go? Might also be the guy who steals overtime from the state. Might also be the guy who, you confiscate a little bit of weed, you confiscate a little bit of coke, or a little bit of money from somebody, and maybe you misreport it. Maybe you confiscate $1,000. Well, actually, it's 900. Slip 100 in your pocket. That type of shit. That's the type of shit that happens. It's the type of shit that they pull. And if you are not going to play along, you are not going to be a good cop. And that's why I always scoff. And it makes me a little bit upset, if I'm being honest with you. It makes me angry when somebody's like, when you have a fucking idiot baby boomer, mind you. It's always a fucking shithead boomer. Piece of fucking shit baby boomer. It's always one of them. Fucking... It's always one of them who's like, well, I mean, if you don't like it, why don't you become a cop yourself and you can help change it? And it's like, yeah, they purposefully set up the system so that someone like me would never even get past selection in the first place. I could not become a cop because they know I'm not a fucking piece of shit. And it's not even that, oh no, he's not going to steal. It's that he might be someone who comes in and sees me stealing and is like, that guy's stealing. I better tell somebody. Fucking, they're not going to allow me. Even if it wasn't like a corruption thing in that way, it's going to be a small, everyday corruption thing. And what I mean by that is like, when a cop pulls you over for no good reason, and he decides whether or not he's going to give you a ticket for an arbitrary reason, based off of your attitude and things like that. That's literally a thing they have. It's called the attitude test. You're supposed to pass the attitude test. And if you don't pass the attitude test, well, then you're going to get that big ticket. And he might trump it up. And then he might even say, can I seize your vehicle? And when you're like, no, he's going to fucking lean on you. He's going to push and pry and intimidate you and things like that. That is corruption that is the exact same as this. That corruption is the exact same as this corruption right here. It's the exact same corruption as a pedophile cop being corrupt. It's the exact same fucking thing. But people don't look at it that way because they don't see it all the time, because they're not a victim of it. I've been a victim of that kind of corruption before. Not pedophile cop corruption, not gun drawn on me corruption, but the kind of corruption where if some random fucking dude was doing it to you, you'd be like, fuck off. And if he didn't fuck off, you'd start swinging on him. But because it's Mr. fucking big bad fucking cop bitch, big bad pussy, who is too afraid to come to the gym that he's within a mile of at his fucking work. He could get out of work and then come to the gym and learn how to actually fight. When it's that fucking guy that you could fucking murder with your bare hands if it came down to it, but because he's got his badge, that means he's the authority. Fucking, you gotta sit there and you gotta play Mr. Nice, If you were working at a 7-Eleven and I came in and I was like, yo, bitch, ring my shit up, and I threw it at you, you'd be like, you'd have to be like, oh, well, yes, sir. At best, you could be like, sir, don't do that. And even then, depending on how you did it, depending on when you did it, depending on who you did it to, you might still get fired. They might be like, well, you should have just tried to de-escalate by ringing his stuff up and then letting him leave. Or maybe you could have told the manager or something like that. If you don't handle it the exact perfect way every single time, it doesn't matter how much time you spent at that job doing anything and everything that you can to ingratiate yourself to the company, you're going to get shit canned. Meanwhile, Mr. Officer can fucking come up and he can pull this fucking shit, or she, and all that's going to happen is she's going to get put on desk duty. That's it. That's all. It's disgusting. It's fucking gross. We don't need cops. At least I don't need cops. If you gave me a gun, I would never need a cop in my life. Why would I ever need one? Even if I couldn't fight, why would I need the cops if I have a gun? Fucking, I can do everything this fucking stupid bitch can do, but better. 1,000,000 times better. 1,000,000,000,000 times better. Why the fuck would I ever need to call this stupid fucking fat fucking nappy-headed bitch? Why would I ever need to call her? Fucking doesn't know how to behave. Fucking should just shoot herself, if anything. Holy fuck, man. But anyway. It's insane, Officer Applejacks and Lieutenant Fiddlesticks. Yeah, pretty much. Excuse me. If that happened to me, I would shit in my pants and clap. I was shitting my pants and clap. Yeah, you want the phone? Oh, man. Is this officer maggot? Might as well be. Fucking might as well be, dude. It's so disgusting, bro. It's so disgusting, Maybe I'm wrong, but I believe Georgia Pacific will gain many funds if you own a construction business. Look into it. I do not own a construction business, but I'm curious as to what Georgia Pacific is. Maybe I'll have to look into that. Maybe I'll have to. American Pulp and Paper Company based in Atlanta, Georgia. What is it? It's fucking Dunder Mifflin. Isn't that what Dunder Mifflin is in The Office? Tissue, pulp, paper, toilet, and paper towel dispensers, packaging, building products, and related chemicals. So it says building products and related chemicals. I'm sure that's probably where they actually make their money. They're not making their money on paper towel dispensers. We know that. We know that one, you know? I would love to see you in a uniform, Scotty. I wouldn't make a good cop specifically because I would make a good cop. And what I mean by that is if I ask to search someone's car and I don't have probable cause and they say no, I'm not going to press them more. Even if I'm reasonably sure that there could be something in that car, I'm going to be like, all right, here's your stuff back. Get on out of here. Have a good day. That's what's going to happen. I'm going to be respectful of somebody's rights. And that is not how policing is conducted in this country. And they have 1,000,001 reasons as to why they have to do it that way and all this other shit. I was talking to someone earlier today about that, where like my favorite thing about cops is that after the humiliation ritual of like what we just witnessed or some other thing like that, they'll try and keep you there for longer so that they can explain away what they did. You know, they won't let you leave. They'll make you sit there for an extra minute or two and be like, so you understand we have to take these calls very seriously because we have to figure out if any crimes were committed or if anyone's in danger or anything like that. We have to do what we just did there. And my favorite thing is to be like, no, you're wrong. Nope, didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Nope, nope. And that, like, I just love going back and forth with them. I haven't been in a situation like that in a long time because it's not like I'm fucking 17 anymore. You know, you got to grow up. You got to stop arguing with everybody around you. But like my favorite thing is when a cop fucks something up, and instead of just being like, yeah, sorry about that, you know, it's got to be, oh, well, you need to understand, we had to do this. We had to come in guns drawn because we weren't sure if there was anybody in here that could have a gun themselves, and we have to take these calls very seriously. We need to take robocalls from out of state very seriously. We need to take robocalls from out of state very seriously. So you understand that, right? And like, honestly, the best thing you can do in that situation is to be like, nah, for a potential court case. But the fact is, most people don't have the time, money, or energy for a court case that's going to last years and years and years against a police department. You know, that's the thing that's the worst thing about it. You know, but like that's my favorite thing to do, because that's the thing is like they are cops and they have that cop ego of we're protecting and serving. We're protecting and serving, so we're the good guys, objectively, all the time, no matter what. We are always the good guys, no matter what. So when you're like, nah, actually, you were the bad guy here. You were wrong about that. It's fun to get them to just be exasperated and be like, all right, fine, whatever, we'll agree to disagree. And then further double down and be like, nah, we won't. You're just wrong. I'm not agreeing with you on anything. You're wrong. That's the bottom line. And then they have to just sit there like, yeah, all right. They have to walk off like that. That's the best thing. That's the funnest thing. That's the most fun thing, is when you're being stubborn as a mule to somebody who like deserves it. Like the guy from my old apartment complex, you know, that I told you about. He tried to call my my wife, being like, oh, hello, if you do not accept the terms, I just love doing Africa guy voice. I mean, any chance I get to do Africa guy voice, I'll do it. If you do not accept the terms of this lease, we will not be able to guarantee that the price will stay the way it is supposed to. It is now. He hits her up like trying to fucking scare her, you know, and I hit him back at like an hour or two later, like, you will never call my wife again. Never talk to my wife again. And he immediately breaks into African ego, like Africa guy ego. He's like, you cannot give me that command. You cannot give me that command. And I was like, no, I'm commanding you. I'm telling you, I'm commanding you. And it just got to a point where it was like, even because again, it's like a Nigerian dude with his Nigerian dude ego. Like fucking, it got to a point where I was like, okay, like I'm gonna go on forever and ever with this guy, and I'm at work right now, so I gotta get back to work. So I finished it off by being like, yeah, whatever you say, dude. Bottom line is, you're not gonna talk to my wife again. I told you that. You got told by me. You just got told what's up, dude. You just got commanded, and then I hung up on the dude. That was like the funnest thing. That's like Karening out and then being like, yeah, I'm like Karening out and then being like, yeah, I'm morally correct here. You are morally incorrect. After you Karen out is the funnest fucking thing, you know? I'm not like constantly like looking for people to do that to, but it's a strategy to just frazzle people, you know? Like being able to frazzle someone, being able to like put someone in a state where they're just like fucking shit. Being able to put someone in a state where they're like that is like a really useful tool a lot of the time, you know, because they usually get to a point where they either make a mistake that you can capitalize on, or they get to a point where they're just like, fucking whatever, dude, just get away from me. Yeah, take it, whatever, bro. You know, that's the type of shit that happens. You know, you should have said, I'm the captain now. I fucking should have. Black belt will be wasted on the Force. You're better off flying helicopters for Trump. He won't get the Sopranos illusion. He's never seen it. Yeah, I've never seen the Sopranos. I gotta check it out. I gotta watch it soon, on the sooner side. Nah, people suck. I do that all the time. Oh yeah, like I'm not. It's important to have that in you, but it's important to only use it when somebody deserves it. You know, when you're talking to a customer service person who like they're just gonna blow you off anyway. You know, and when they start to try and blow you off, like literally, I don't. I've gotten to a point where when I talk to customer service, it's not, hey, I'm having a problem and I'm hoping you can help me. It's like, hey, here's the problem. Here's what you're gonna do to fix it. Like literally, I start off listing off the problem and then I make a demand right after that. And what it does is it puts the person on the defensive in a way that it's like, okay, there's an expectation that the customer has that is already not being met. I am already incapable of meeting this guy's demand. Fuck, what am I going to do? And then it gets you escalated quicker. It gets you put up to the manager quicker. And then you do the same thing with the manager. And then you just see what you can get out of them. You know, you just strong arm your way into a negotiation immediately. You can't treat customer service like they're here to help you. You got to treat them like you're negotiating with the company, because that's really what you're doing. You know, that's how I got a free treadmill. Literally, I got a treadmill. It was too small for me. It was unsafe to use. I used it like twice, just enough for me to actually confirm that yes, it is too small. And I wanted to send it back. And the company would not allow me to send it back. They were giving me the fucking runaround. And what I did was I went to Amazon directly, because I got it through Amazon. But you know, it was a company that was operating through Amazon, and just like through the power of being a Karen, I got a $400 treadmill for free. They gave me a credit on it. Right. And the thing is, I sold the treadmill. Actually, what I did was after they wouldn't take it back, I then turned around and I said, oh, actually, it's broken. That's what I did. I said, oh, actually, it's broken. Fucking, and it worked. I got a free treadmill off of Amazon, basically. But like you almost have to do that kind of thing, or else you're gonna get fucked over in some way, shape, or form. And again, the boomer mindset about that is like, oh, but you need to take responsibility for what you did. You didn't make sure if the size was going to work. And it's like, yeah, because that's what I'm going to do is like, I'm going to take a look at the dimensions and I'm going to get my measuring stick and I'm going to be like, okay, so 22 inches, is that enough? Is that enough? I don't know. Maybe I should go a little bit bigger. Sounds like I'm fucking talking about horse sticks or something. But like I'm not gonna fucking do that. That's stupid. You know, it's just like reading the terms of service. What, you read the terms of service? You read every word on every contract that you've ever fucking signed. You get some boomer asshole who's like, you should have read the contract. Why didn't you read the contract? Read the contract. You signed it. You pay. There's there's a certain class of boomer, and it's always like white dude boomer. It's always like 50, like 45 to 50 plus year old white boomer who's like, oh, well, you read the contract. That means you're paying for it, buddy. It's like they almost get a sick satisfaction out of like simping for a company, almost as if they're getting a commission. It's as if they're paid shills, but worse. It's like they're 4chan Jannies or something like that. They're sitting there doing it for fucking free, like a bunch of losers. And they're gonna be like, oh well, you should have read the contract. Well, maybe if you read the contract, you would have been able to figure it out, but you didn't. So sounds like a you problem. You're gonna you read it. You're gonna be paying it, buddy. It's like fucking get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but like I got the free treadmill, and then I turned around and I sold that treadmill for. I got it for like 100. Geez, I got it for like 400. I sold the treadmill for like 350. Is what I sold it for. Somebody came and bought it, and I used that to get an actual treadmill that works. And so yeah, like that's basically the story about how I got a free $700 treadmill. I just had to put in a little elbow grease. Elbow grease meaning I had to turn into a Karen on Amazon to some guy named fucking Poonjeet. Fucking I had to be a little rude to Rajindahar. And that's how I got a free treadmill out of it. The people who, mind you, would have been like, I am sorry, sir, but we cannot refund anything because it appears as though you made the mistake. And if the mistake is on your part, we are not responsible for this. I am sorry, sir. I know this is very disappointing. I understand completely. He would have hit me with that fucking bullshit, and I would have been stuck with a useless hunk of fucking metal that I can't even use because it's literally unsafe for me to utilize it. Fucking, can you help me get my reparations, Scott? You seem very convincing. Yeah, like you gotta honestly, like, if there's one thing Jews are good at, it's haggling. Jews are extremely good at haggling, and part of the reason why they're extremely good at haggling is because they have the gall. Is because they have the gall to walk in and be like, oh, yeah, there's a problem. Here it is. This thing is not working the way I wanted it to. It's not working the way it was promised to me 3,000 years ago. And here's what you're going to do to fix it, okay? This is what's going to happen. And if you don't do this, I'm going to be very upset, and I'm going to be talking to your manager. And if your manager doesn't help me, I'm going to be talking to his manager. Like that's literally that's why they're so good at fucking haggling, is because they have balls. They have the balls to do that. You gotta have the balls to do this, to do it. It's not like you're dealing with fucking some guy who lives down the street from you. You're dealing with someone who is located in fucking Hyperbad, who's located in Sialkot, in New Delhi. Is what you're dealing with. You're dealing with some guy who fucking hates you, both because you're hitting him up. They're not that different from us over there. They don't want to work either. Nobody wants to be working a fucking job like that. Those jobs suck. So he's going to be mad that you're hitting him up in the first place. And then on top of that, he's also like, oh, these white Americans, they do not know what it is like to be the Indian man. I feel like I'm doing half Indian, half Africa man. I don't know. But yeah. It's like, fuck, man. It would be funny if you were Jewish just to just say every good or service you received was promised to you 3,000 years ago. That would be pretty great. Like, if Adam Friedland was a hack, I would expect that from him. I would expect something like that from Ari Shafir or something like that. But like if Adam Friedland just had a little bit more hack in him, I feel like he'd walk around and he'd be like, look, it was promised to me 3,000 years ago, okay? I can't do a good Adam Friedland. Scott, I had to rewind to listen to the Africa guy story, but if you end up fighting him, please film it and do a fight analysis on it. Dude, honestly, I was about ready. I was about fucking ready to, dude, honestly. You're gonna hit up a woman to fucking try and intimidate her into signing a lease for a year, knowing that we got emails that say, We have until like May 10th. It's like April like 24th, and you're hitting us up. We have until May 10th, and you're trying to be like, I am sorry, but we cannot guarantee that the price will be the same as it was today. If you call us back tomorrow or the next day, it will raise. And when I called that dude too, I got right to the fucking point. He answers the phone. I was like, "Hey, my name is Scott. You called my wife about an hour ago, and she told me that you said we have to sign the lease today, and if we don't, then the price will raise. Is that true? Give me a yes or a no." And he said yes. I hit him with the grok. I hit him with the grok. I was like, cut through the shit, just give me a yes or a no. And he said, yes. Yes. And when he did, I was like, okay, cool. Now the other thing I was gonna hit you up about, and then I immediately started tearing into him for the wife thing, you know, is the Africa guy your current landlord or the last one? The last one. Dude, we had to get creative to get out of that. We had to get creative to get away from that, you know. We had to utilize my neighbor's ratchetness against the place, you know, because like one of the few ways you can get out of a situation like that where your landlord is being predatory, or just any situation where you have a lease, and part of that lease is in order to leave you have to pay a certain amount of money, because you know they have predatory clauses about like, well, we need 60 days notice, and that's 2 months, so looks like you're giving us 2 more months of rent, haha. And guess what, nobody's gonna hold an apartment for you for 2 months, and nobody's looking for an apartment to be filled 2 months in advance or anything like that. So good fucking luck getting out of here. You might as well just sign that lease, because the thing is, if you don't sign the lease, you have to pay like $3,000 a month, like that type of shit. So it's either pay $3,000 a month for as long as it takes you to get out of there, which that's going to be a minimum of 2 months anyway, or sign the lease and get locked in for another year of bullshit. Mind you, I'm sitting there, I'm getting like racially profiled in my own fucking place. I'm getting like there's roaches that we moved into, there's rats that we moved into. The rats were there before us. Fucking, and it was like fucking A. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like oh fuck, what oh yeah. So what we did was we took a video of one of the many crash outs that one of our neighbors had. In addition to that, we were prepared to get statements from the police that were called in multiple times over the 2 years or so that we were there. And what we did was we were just going to go to him and be like, look, like, we're out of here for our own personal safety. And originally we expected them to try and fight that, and then we would have to go to court about it. That's what we originally anticipated happening. But luckily, that was not the case. They literally were just like, all right, you can go. You can go. Literally, the guy that called my wife that I cussed out, he was the one who was like, all right, I'm going to let you guys out of this because it's very clear that, you know, you are being harassed in a real way. And yeah, if we can find out who's doing it, then we knew who it was. It was the lady upstairs. Literally, if you walked up the stairs, it was the first apartment on the left, on the right. You know, that was her apartment. We knew who it was, but we pretended like we didn't know who it was, so that we could be like, yeah, we don't know where it's coming from either, dude. We don't know who it is. We don't even know who to look out for. It could, dude, they could get violent at any point. We're scared we're scared all the time. We pulled like one of those moves, you know, and that's how we were able to get out. And that's why I moved in May, you know. Cohabitation with rats, quite literally, dude. When we moved in, we caught no less than 30 rats. We caught no less than 30 rats. And there were roaches in that apartment the entire time that we lived there. There was like times where there were less roaches, but there were still roaches. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely the worst. Smear shit on the walls and say someone broke in and you don't feel safe to live there anymore. That's good. That's a good move. That's honestly, yeah. I was gonna, what's it called? I was also setting up a situation, right? Where what I was gonna do is, because there were two parking lots, right? One right in front and one on the other side of the building, right? And one of the parking lots had cameras pointing towards us, because what it was building, parking lot, and then dumpsters, and they had 24/7 surveillance on the dumpsters. I guess the trash was that important to make sure it's protected. And in order to ensure that I wouldn't get caught on the camera or anything like that, what I was going to do is I was going to start parking my car on the other side, and then I was also going to make up like a fucking like crime. I was going to be like, "Oh yeah, and there was also one day where somebody drove by and they started telling me to go fuck myself, and they were going to kick my ass and shit like that." Like that's the level that you have to bring it to with those people. Like you can't let predators predate upon you. Like that's ridiculous. Even if it means you got to be like, all right, well, this didn't happen, but I'm going to say it happened, or I know who this is, and they could easily kick those people out instead of us, but I'm not going to tell them I know who it is, because we want to leave. We don't give a fuck about that lady. She can stay here and fucking start shooting the place up for all I care. As long as I'm not here, it's fine by me. Like, why would you ever let people push you around in that way? That's like, that's ridiculous.
Hey Scott, click the link. I've used this for mice, probably works for rats too.
Thank you. Oh man. Yeah. Thank you very much, Hayakadora. I appreciate that. Luckily, we don't have any issues like that here, but I'm gonna copy and paste that, and I'll go ahead and I'll check that out if we ever do need, if a need ever does arise. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Man. Obviously they're gonna receive the same treatment as anyone else. Yeah. Oh yeah. I live with deer, rabbits, blue jays, cardinals, owls, hummingbirds, squirrels, chipmunks, turtles, snakes, foxes. Yes. I love animals. Even the even the mice. I tried to save as many of them as I could. A lot of people don't know that if a mouse gets caught in a glue trap, you can take some kind of oil, whether it's olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, and you pour it over where the rat is caught, and it'll be able to wriggle itself out. Like it works like a charm. Although one issue that arises sometimes is that they get so stuck and they struggle so hard that they'll break their own limbs, or they'll even break their spine. They'll kill themselves. I've actually had that happen where like a rat will get caught in the trap, the glue trap, because the glue traps are the only ones that work immediately. Like other traps, you gotta like set them out for a little while. You gotta let the rat get used to it being in the area, and then you gotta let it climb all over it so that it feels a sense of like safety and stuff like that. Like there's a process to all these other traps and stuff like that it's not immediate, so it just fucking sucks. They don't work unless you're willing to give it a week, which I wasn't willing to give it a week. We had 30 fucking rats fucking running around in our place. But fuck, dude, we used to be asleep and we used to hear them gnawing on the wall. We used to hear them like like chewing on the wall or chewing on the bathroom door, because there was a as you guys probably remember, there was a bathroom in my old room, right? It was a 2-bed, 2-bath, and they were in the walls in the bathroom at my old room. And they would come out at night and they would chew on the door to try and get through a little bit easier every night, And it was the fucking craziest shit. But oh fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, but there were times where like I'd free a mouse from the trap and its legs would be broken, and it's like, fuck, I can't let it like run around like that, so I'd have to put it out of its misery. It is funny though, like, and it's happened literally every single time. It's kind of crazy that this happens every single time, but if you pour the oil on it and you just sit there and watch it wriggle out, what happens eventually is it gets out and it doesn't run away from you. It's not scared of you anymore. I don't know if it's just that tired. I don't know if it actually knows, like, oh, I think if this guy was going to kill me, he would have killed me by now. I think he actually might have helped me escape from this, so I think he's chill. But like they'll immediately stop and they'll just start trying to clean themselves, because they got oil on themselves, so they want to clean themselves as soon as they can. Like they'll just hang out with you cleaning themselves for a minute, and then whenever they feel ready, they'll scurry off. It's like it's kind of crazy to see. It's kind of funny. Kind of sounds like genocide. I don't know. Yeah, mouse genocide. If you're in my house running around on all fours, whatever suffering befalls you is your own fault. But I've seen mice know what glue and door traps are. Oh, damn, that's pretty crazy. Chipmunk once too jumped over my head. Oh man, chipmunks are crazy. I've had raccoons and mourning doves inside my house. Damn, that's a wild one. That's a fuck one. A mourning dove? That's insane. Fuck. Ooh, excuse me. I love the old bait bucket trap door trap. Yeah. I've never tried one of those before. I'm sure it would have worked well, but you know, it would have been a pain in the ass because there would have just been a bucket of rats. There would have been a bucket of rats just chilling in my fucking bathroom, you know. I'm gonna play some AOE because you know the Albanian Tinder didn't quite it did not quite add up the way that I wanted it to. Um. Uh. Uh. Just trying to see if I could just fucking delete the thing. Nah, whatever. A Bucket of Rats sounds like a decent band name. You should lock that one in, Scott. I should. A Bucket of Rats. A flock of seagulls featuring a bucket of rats. Yeah, I just want to go straight to deleting my fucking Albanian Tinder. Account settings, I would guess. Ah, yes, delete my account. Yes. Alright, good. Now, let's get this fucking Albanian spyware off my fucking phone. Stupid shit. I've been having a bit of a hard time lately. I'm still over 1,000, but as you can see, you know, I'm not as I don't have 30 more wins than losses anymore. I'm getting closer and closer to just having 20. You know, actually, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Still, I was on a hot streak. Now I'm iffy. Like I'll win one, I'll lose two, I'll win two, I'll lose another two, I'll win one, I'll lose one. You know, that kind of shit. I had to rehome a bunch of squirrels that took over part of mine's exterior. Had to travel like 30 miles 7 times over. Damn, that's crazy. I took in a squirrel. I took in a squirrel about 10 years ago, a little bit over 10 years ago. In fact, I probably would have been setting him free by now. I set him free in my grandfather's backyard. We named him Albert. I wish I still had pictures of him. I had pictures of him somewhere. But I just don't have them anymore, you know? They're probably on one of my old phones. Probably one that doesn't even work anymore. Oh, Britons, I'm gonna have to really bring it to this guy as quick as I can. But yeah, you know, I miss the little guy. Squirrels are really smart and they're affectionate. You know, they like to climb on you. That's a way that they show affection. Is like, oh hey, I trust this person enough to climb all over him. I used to sit with Albert and he would. Let's go here and then let's go there. I used to sit with Albert on my lap and we used to watch YouTube videos together. It was pretty nice. You know, we would just chill. You know, he was a very chill squirrel. I don't see a reason not to be able to have squirrels as pets, but it's illegal in the state of Massachusetts. It's illegal in a lot of states. I wouldn't mind moving to a place where you could have squirrels as pets because the thing is, squirrels live a long time. They'll live like 20 years in captivity. That's longer than a lot of dogs, you know, and like I said, they're affectionate. They have personalities. And then in addition to that, they're just like, you know, they're pretty docile. You know, they're pretty docile. There's literally no reason to not be able to have squirrels as pets. It's just like fucking some stupid shit, you know? I've fed like 8 generations of squirrels. It's super fun. Yeah, yeah. Like eventually they become accustomed to you, so they're like, oh, that's the feed man, you know? They kind of trust you a little bit. I'd love to be able to have that kind of relationship with like a lineage of squirrels, with a squirrel clan, you know? The squirrel the O'Sullivan clan and the squirrel clan have an alliance. You know, we watch each other's backs. I feed them and make sure they don't get hit by hawks and shit. And they just come hang out whenever I'm lonely. Do squirrels shit pellets like rabbits? You know, now that you mention it, I don't really remember. I would assume they do. I'm pretty sure they do. I don't remember anything like crazy regarding that, you know. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I suppose it depends. Scott Squirrel Clan starts speaking Gaelic and drinking. Hell yeah, dude. I had 2 or 3 generations. My neighbors cut their 150-year-old oak down. Oh, that sucks, man. That fucking sucks, dude. I feel like rats in your bathroom would jump your squirrel. Nah. Squirrels are... Because squirrels are brave like that, you know? Like, I think a squirrel would fuck a rabbit up. You know? They also... They're very energetic. They're very energetic animals. You know, they're very energetic. They're very quick. And they'll, like... I think they'd pounce. I think they'd fucking pounce in a real way. Oh, excuse me. Scott is the new Ace Ventura. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'd love to, yeah. I'd love to have, dude, fucking, this is how I know he loved me, right? This is how I know he loved me. So, I was dating a girl, and, this girl, it's funny, there was this, like, group of chicks that I kind of got passed around by in high school. I just kept dating. Like, I dated this one girl in middle school. I dated one of her friends in 8th grade. Meaning, like, my first girlfriend in ever was 6th grade in middle school. Not that that's, like, the most serious relationship, but, you know, like, you know, it was a girlfriend. And we made out with tongues, so I guess you could say it was getting pretty serious. I gave her a hickey, so I guess you could say it was pretty serious. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like I dated this one girl, right? Then I dated her friend in 8th grade. Then I dated. Oh no, you know what? Um, Then my junior and senior year, I had this fling with one of their friends, and then I dated another one of their friends. But basically, I got passed around like a bong. All right, they passed me around. I was an innocent young boy, a succulent young boy, and they took advantage of me. Is what happened. Um, but I went to my girlfriend's friend's house, who just happens to be the girl that I dated in the 6th grade, literally my first girlfriend. And they had this dog that they didn't take care of. They kept it in the kennel at all hours of the day. They never took her. They never took it for walks or anything like that. It was a girl dog. I'm pretty sure her name was Daisy. And literally, like it was one of those situations where when the dog was a puppy, they were like, "Oh, this is the best. I'm so glad we got her." But as soon as she started to grow up and things like that, they were like, "Ah." And that's when they started keeping her in the fucking kennel. You know, it was that classic, like, white trash single mother thing to do, you know? They were kind of a white trash family, for being honest here. But, fucking, like, basically, this is what happened. I decided to bring Albert over there one day because I didn't want to leave him at home because, you know, I loved him. And also, I wanted to show him to these people, you know, I wanted to show him because these were friends of mine, you know, even though they were like fucking dumb as shit, they were friends of mine at the time. And there we go. They were friends of mine at the time, so I wanted to show them. So I bring Albert over in this blanket that I had that was Like I walked to her house with Albert in a blanket. He chilled the entire time there, didn't fuss, didn't fight, didn't try and get out or anything like that. He was just chill. He was just hanging out because he trusted me. I go over there, right? And they put the dog out because the dog is like, it's a dog and it's a pit bull, mind you. So like we know the dog is gonna go crazy if she sees Albert. So the dog gets put outside. Well, for some reason, the dog was outside and the door was not closed all the way. So the dog literally pushed the door open and walked back in. And nobody decided to do anything about that. Everyone was just like, oh, all right, guess the dog's in now. And what happened was when Albert saw the dog and the dog saw Albert, the dog started freaking out and Albert started freaking out and he jumped and he ran underneath the couch. And when we pulled the couch out from the wall, it turns out there was an open vent that he ran into. So he was stuck in the vent. We assumed that he was just going to die in there. We assumed he was going to get lost. We assumed that something was going to happen and he was not going to be alive anymore. But they got him out, right? Where the fuck are you going? They eventually got him out. It took like a day or two. Oh, uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, I'm like trying to tell the story and do this at the same time, which, as you guys know, usually goes very well. They got him out, right? And they put him in a like cat carrier sort of thing. And he would not stop growling. I guess squirrels will like growl or something like that. He would not stop growling, right? Whenever anyone came close to him. But when I got there, all of a sudden he chilled out. He loosened up and he let me handle him. He let me pick him up and, you know, I brought him home and everything like that. So he really looked at me like he was like I was his daddy, you know? And I think he felt like that pretty much immediately because the way we got him. I should have told the story from start to finish, but now I'm like skipping around and stuff like that. What happened was it was like a day or two before I was supposed to have a fight, actually. And I'm walking home from my parents' house. I had just shaved my head because that was kind of a pre-fight ritual of mine, is like I don't shave it, but I buzz my hair so I have a buzz cut. I literally went to my parents' house because they had a pair of buzzers and I buzzed my hair there. And I was walking back with my girlfriend because, you know, we didn't have cars at the time. And my girlfriend starts like screaming and running. And I'm like, what's going on? What's the matter? And she points and I look and I see this squirrel just running up to us. And it's not like running like it's trying to kill us or anything. Not that it even could or would. You know, squirrels are pretty self-aware about the fact that they are a lot smaller than humans and probably couldn't really damage them like that. So they're not going to start shit most of the time. Oh, fuck. He got to Castle Age first. This ain't looking good for me. He hustled and he got there first. And because of that, I'm going to have to deal with those archers. And that's going to be really bad for me. That's going to be really, really bad for me because those archers have a lot of room that they can cover. They have a lot of space, you know. You get like 10 of those fucking archers and they're able to take down a whole fucking castle without getting nailed. It's so annoying. But so like he runs over and like I immediately know he's friendly. This is actually not the first time I've had a squirrel run over to me like that. It's pretty common actually. Like it's not like I'm the squirrel whisperer. It's just when you get a juvenile squirrel that doesn't have its fear reflex built up yet, a lot of the time it's like when it sees a human that it's attracted to in some way, shape, or form, for whatever reason, it's going to be like, oh, cool, I want to go say hi. So it'll come say hi. He climbs on my shoe a little bit. You know, I had a jug of water with me, so I took the cap off, I poured a little water in there, and I put it down, and he started drinking from it. You know, and then when we decided it was time to go, okay. You know what? I think I think I'm gonna just go for it. I might just go for it. But yeah, you know what? Fuck it. When we decided it was time to leave, he started following us, and I was walking down this big ass street. The street's like a mile long, and at the end of that street was like a really busy street. You know, it was a busy street that there were constantly cars going down it. And I didn't want to take the chance. Where maybe he might walk into the traffic and get nailed. So that's when I decided, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to pick this little guy up. Is what I'm going to do. And, you know, one thing led to another. I ended up bringing him in. I went to my coach and I asked him if he had like a cage or something like that. He didn't have a cage. Instead, instead, what he had was a fish tank. So I kept him in a fish tank, for like the better part of like 3 months. Oh, well, fuck you guys. You ain't gonna be able to get it. Haha, go fuck yourself. Oh yeah, I forgot. So, bada bing, bada boom. Oh, get your ass over there. Sorry, it's like I said, I'm kind of multitasking here, trying to do two things at once. But yeah, so that's a story of how I ended up taking in a squirrel. Eventually, what happened was I kind of forgot to feed him for a day, and I felt so guilty. I was like, no, I can't let that happen. If I can't like feed this dude, if I'm like forgetting to do certain things to take care of him, it's not even that I forgot. It's that like something came up, and because of that, he didn't get food one day, and you know, like I felt so guilty. I was like, yo, if I'm not gonna be able to like, if I can't take care of this little guy, I can't have him here, you know. That's not like gonna be good for me, you know. It's not gonna be good for him, excuse me. Plus, I always knew that it was gonna come to that where like I was gonna man. All right, well, I'm in good shape there. Bang bang. Yep. Aha. Somehow we made it work. Somehow we made it work. What? White women like them though. What? White women like what? Dolphins or squirrels? Um. Oh, rodents in general are very interesting, like cetaceans or elephants. Um, cetaceans, cetaceans. I don't know how to pronounce that. No matter how bug they get, they remain very docile. Yeah, oh yeah, you know. Um, don't know if you guys know, but we call teenage girls squirrels in Massachusetts, which is what Scott's referring to. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. You found you. Damn it! They found out. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we'll play one more. We'll play one more. We're just about to that 2 hour mark. We'll play one more. I'll lock in for one too. Um. Cetaceans. Oh, but then again, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust you on that one. Hi, Ecuador. I don't know if I can trust you that one. Um. Yeah, like I knew we didn't have rabies right away because rabies is like pretty easy to spot, you know. Like if they are foaming from the mouth, that's a clear sign. But then it's also like if they're out of it. But like he was completely lucid. Like I saw a skunk that like may have had rabies the other day. I was actually doing a I was doing a live stream in my car on Instagram Live. I you know I do those sometimes like late in the night. Um, and like I pull into this parking lot and there's this skunk like walking in circles and there's trash there. He's not just walking in circles to do it, but like he sees my car and he doesn't even seem like nervous or startled. He just kind of looks up and he's like, and then he just goes straight back to it. And it's like, I don't know, maybe he was just like, oh, I've been around plenty of cars. I know they usually aren't a threat. You know, I know when they're coming at me and when they're not, so I'm good. I don't know if it was like he knew that or if it's that he was just like like that, you know? I tell the truth on Friday nights. Ah, I see. I see. Oh, man. Sorry, just checking some Twitter while I happen to fucking have the time. Drive it faster, speed up the pace. Now I discover why you said those words in my ear. You're always down. Ah, fucking Gold Rush. All right, whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'll keep it down to Celts too. Keep it down to Celts too. Might as well. All right, let's get it going. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. I gotta remember to not shack up. What the fuck? I gotta remember to oh, speaking of which, go there and then there. All right, we're in good shape. We're in good shape. Those boar placements aren't even that bad either, so that's good, I suppose. Yo, what's going on, John424? How you doing? Oh yeah, I got to show you guys something after this. I got my belt embroidered. Not with a Bible verse, you know. Though if I got another black belt, because like there's no sense in not having like a couple of black belts at this point, you know. Maybe I could get another one that's got a Bible verse in it. But the thing is, like, I'm not a Bible verse guy, you know. So I can't really sit here and be like, yeah, this is my favorite verse because of this. It's like, what kind of verse would I pick too? It's like, what am I gonna do? Like blessed be the Lord, my rock, who prepares my hands for war and my fingers for battle. I don't think that's the exact one. I botched that, but like that's like, oh, of course he would pick that one. It's like I don't want to be lame about it, you know. I don't want to be lame about it, if that makes sense, you know. Don't want to be cheesy. Man, Scott sing Taylor Swift, dude. I will. I don't have them up. It was $100 to sing a song. Maybe one of these days we'll have karaoke night and it'll be $5 songs. Maybe one of these days when I completely sell out and I decide money is the most important thing, which I'm pretty damn close to doing. I'm pretty damn close to doing it. Uh-oh. I done goofed, but that's okay. That's okay. Oh. There's these guys right here. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll win this one. Maybe I won't. Incas is like, it's either good or bad. Like a lot of the time, what I've noticed people will do with you know, the Mesoamerican ones is they'll go heavy archer and they'll go like they'll try to archer rush. That's one of the annoying things because they don't have calves, so they'll do archer rush. And I'd literally rather deal with a cav rush than an archer rush. So I guess we're gonna have to wait and see what happens here. I'm gonna go here and then there and then, oh no, all of you come here and then everybody else is gonna go there. Scott drunk karaoke stream with call-ins from the Scotty Rockers to sing as well. We're gonna do that San Francisco men's choir thing, you know, where we're all gonna be on a Zoom call and we're gonna be singing. Well, it's funny. Just this once. You're right. We're coming for your children. There's multiple pedophiles that sing in this chorus. We're coming for your children. That's how the song went, right? I'm pretty sure that's how that song went. Yeah, I'm a big supporter of the San Francisco men's choir. Didn't know. It's like, you would think the left would get it, you know? Because they do it to us, where, like, when the right wing used to make jokes like the OK symbol or, like, Pepe the Frog and things like that, like, the left would take it 100% serious because it would benefit them to do so. It gave them ammunition to say, oh my God, these guys actually do mean it. They really are real. They're real white supremacists. Oh man. And it would get people fired from jobs and shit like that. You know? That's one of the reasons why meme activism, why meme politics is fucking bullshit, you know? As fun as it is to troll the libs, to own the libs, as fun as that is, the efficacy of it is zero. It is not it's just not the way you want to do things. You know, it's not the way you get things done. Um, oh wait, actually, you know what? One, 2, 3, and then I'm also gonna send this bad mamma jamma right here. Then you are gonna go there, and we are in good shape. But like that was obviously meant as a joke, but that's not the kind of joke you want to make. It's like if you put a gun to my head and say, hey, make an ironic joke about being a Nazi or a pedophile, I'm gonna make a joke about being a Nazi 100% of the time. If I had to make a joke where the joke is, haha, I'm a Nazi, but not really, I like that's the joke, is that I'm pretending to be or whatever, right? I would much rather make that be the joke. That would be far preferable, far more preferable to anything like what they did. But for some fucking reason, they thought it was a good idea. Oh, okay, we're good. It was just such a fucking crazy thing to see. It's so crazy to see someone fucking actually do something like that, you know? But then again, I mean, honestly, I can sit here and be like, well, it's a joke. I'm probably being a little bit too charitable to them. I'm probably being a little too nice, assuming that it is actually a joke and they're not just lying about that. You know, that's really what's going on. Nah, the OK symbol, not if you make the hand black. You got him. You cracked the code. You cracked the code, Joe. Oh, well. Damn it. That's not good. No es bueno. No es bueno. We're gonna go there, and then there, and then there. 1, 2, bing, bang, boom. Pow. Yeah, that's definitely not good. The way he's jumping up like that. But then again, we're about the same anyway now, so I think it doesn't really matter that much. Oh shit. Okay, so we got 1, and then we're gonna have to wait for number 2, I suppose. Boink. Boink. Boink boink. Alright, just tell me I'm gonna make this work, huh? If I ever claim that I'm black, so when people ask for proof, I should show a picture of Scott. You should. You should. It's like, hey yo, you can't be saying that. No, it's okay, I'm black. Oh yeah, prove it. Just the picture of me on oh damn dude, I need more wood. I need more wood. I need that wood. Alright. Yes, right here. I'm gonna come over here as well. I'm just hoping I can get these 3 pulled back in. We're so close in score, I don't think I have anything to worry about in terms of a rush or anything like that. If I see a score jump up too much, like that right there kind of made me a little bit nervous, but that's not, you know, that's not that much more. I'll be able to click up the castle, and I'll have a castle ready to go as soon as Castle Age is on, you know? What the hell is this idiot doing? All right, and you idiots get over there. Do you remember Sam's fight jacket he got embroidered and never brought out because it arrived late? Nah, I never saw that actually. Yeah, I never saw that one. I don't know if did he show it? If he showed it on stream or something like that, I didn't see it, you know. Yeah, Sorry, I'm just I'm waiting right now. I'm waiting patiently but feverishly. So yeah, I'm pretty much good from this side. I'll have an early warning, but this side is like, maybe I should. I think I know what I'll do. I think I know what I'll do. If that's even an option. If that's even a Samson option. Oh ho. Do. All right. Come on. You gonna tell me all of them ain't gonna make it there in time? Nah, we're good. Oh yeah, we're good. We're more than good. We're golden. We're golden. So yeah, you know what? I feel like I should. I feel like I should because I can. Oh, never mind. You see, this is exactly what I was afraid of. This is exactly what I was afraid was gonna happen. Oh no, you know what? There, that thing will get built quick. You see, he's only got those kinds of archers. I have, like, much better units by default right now. Yeah, and you know what? I'll go ahead and I'll build one of these. Come on. That thing's taking fucking forever. Ah, man. Probably shouldn't have bothered with that. You see, I have to play a very tight game specifically because of the way that I tend to win. You know, any differentiation, you know, any like, oh, I have to do it a little differently this time. It's potentially dangerous. Potentially dangerous for my build. You know what I can do? I can at least get one of these up that way. And then, you know what I'm also going to do is I'm going to build here. And, oh man, I need 175. You guys got to hurry your asses up. Yes, there we go. That way I can start getting the those things. See, what I should do as well when I get the opportunity, which I'm not going to have that for a minute, because I'm kind of trying to go offensive right now. I'm not that worried about, like, booming or anything. Is I'm going to have to make sure that I take center, because that's where all the gold is, you know, even independent of, you know, these. What the hell are these two doing so close together? That's fucking crazy. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take both of them when I have the opportunity. I'm gonna get at least one more of these guys too, and then, oh damn it, he's in castle. He's in castle. Fuck. Damn. You see, this is nerve-wracking for me a little bit, because, like I said, the way I decided to set up, like, I have an archery range, so I can try and create some skirms. But then he's also playing Incas or Maya, I believe, and they have like a pretty annoying thing. They have a pretty annoying thing, you know. Ooh, I knew that was gonna happen. That's all right though. As long as I play it the right way, as long as I play it, you know, the way it needs to be played, I'll be in good shape. Plus, I already have enough for another castle, so I'm gonna send these guys out there, and I'm gonna put a castle up here on high ground. He doesn't seem as though he's worried about taking the center, which is good for me. I need more than just two of these guys, but I feel like I don't have much of a choice. Especially, I break through there, I'll be able to take that fucking thing down, you know? At the very least, maybe I can, Ooh, you see, that's what I'm talking about. Those slingers with those archers, I'm not a big fan. Definitely not a big fan. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to set this bad mamma jamma up right here so that I can hopefully get that. It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a tight game. That's for sure. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, no, you know what? Oh, yes. Go back there. Okay, oh, fuck. Damn, dude. What the fuck? Take one of my boys. You see him moving over here? I don't think he realizes. I think he's so focused on trying to get in through that way, he doesn't realize what the hell's going on. I'm gonna see if I can't. I literally can't. I can't. Oh, wow, that was a spot of luck. That was definitely a spot of luck. Except you. You're gonna stay here. You're gonna go over there. That way I don't have to wait forever for these fuckers. See, if I have enough infantry to support this, it might be okay. It might be okay. I'm not saying it's definitely okay. It might be okay, but we shall see. We shall see. See, at the very least, I need to ensure that he's not able to get to most or all of these gold deposits. That's the thing that I really need to worry about. Oh, dude, get over there, and then get over here. I love when the pathing gets fucked up like that. That's the best. So he can literally walk right into my base. What I'm hoping will keep me safe is the fact that I have, you know, all these. And then in addition to that, one thing I can do too is, you know, I don't think fletching is a waste of money in that case. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break through this wooden thing right here, take that thing down, then that thing, and then maybe even go there. He's definitely got a castle by now, so if I can get the castle too, that's going to be best for me. I want to, at the very least, see what I can do here. Because the more infantry I have to cover, the better. You know, either A, as like sacrifice units, or B, you know, as a way to take as many vills and supplement the rams as possible, you know. Scott, if you lose, I'll start cutting. Well, you better get your razor ready, because this is not a guaranteed match. I can tell you that much. Oh, well, would you look at that? Fucking what a fucking idiot, dude. What a dumbass, dude. What a fucking dummy. It's fine by me, especially if that's all he's got. If that's everything he's got, that's fine by me. I'll fucking... If that's everything he's got, there isn't anything he's going to be able to do, you know? Oh yeah, dude, he ain't got shit he's gonna be able to do, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah, this ain't gonna go too well for him. Oh, wow, really? I mean, I'm killing so many of his fucking vills, it's insane. But, I mean, he is, I mean, that's like so many of his vills that are dead. And I can try my best to go here. And then, you know what? I'm going to go here to protect myself a little bit better on that side. And then, You can dodge arrows. That's one of my favorite things. All right, let's see what I can do here. And then go there. And then go here. And then go there. Oh, wait a second. Silly me, I need to take that thing, don't I? Yeah, this isn't in the bag per se, but I am not in bad shape right now. It's definitely not a win, but it is winnable, you know? I do have to consider at what point I'm going to say fuck it and go in a different direction, though. Oh, damn it. Oh, no! Oh, well. In that case. See, those guys are not very good infantry, you know? Oh, apparently they're a lot better than they usually are, though. He's probably, yeah, he's upgraded their armor a little bit, so. Yeah, I'm gonna have to consider. You see, this is the thing. If your early rush doesn't work, you're in pretty bad shape. You know, that's the thing that kind of sucks about it, you know? You're left trying to figure out how you're gonna make it work. Oh, shit. Silly me. Silly me. I'm so silly, guys. I'm just a silly boy. I want to get a few of these guys. That way I can, again, use these as kind of a sacrifice. But it's like I said, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, you know. This might be a loss. This might be a loss waiting to happen. Alright, well. This ain't gonna work very well, but I guess we can see. But then again, why am I gonna go frontal when I could go this way? Again, silly me. I'm just a silly boy is what I am. Plus, I don't even think those, like, I think those guys that ran over there were the same that ran into me a second ago, you know? They might be running out back that way for all I know, you know? I keep thinking about that fucking parody, man. Oh no. Yeah. Fuck. Oh, okay. Gonna be a second, but I can get there. Luckily, I will be able to build another one if it comes down to it. Oh, you see, here it is. Here it is. Ah, man. Well, there goes that force. I kept him there too long, and this guy's fucking, you know, trying to build more. He's pulling ahead score-wise, too, which is not good. You see, he focused more on booming than I did, and because of that, you know, he's in better shape than me. But, you know, that is what it is. Fucking, with these maps, it's like, it's early rush or like it turns into a fucking slog. It just like sucks, you know? It is what it is. It's annoying. Man. Oh, would you look at that? Hmm. Yeah, that's definitely not good. He's gonna knock me off of there for sure. I don't doubt it, you know? What is? Yeah, whatever. I don't feel like continuing the fight, honestly. Let's see what he had. Yeah, you see, he was on. Yeah, he was on 3 TCs when I destroyed this one, he built back up, and he didn't even bother to repair that. It's just I didn't have what I needed to mount another like solid attack. And that's the game you play. Sometimes you're like, okay, early aggression, and if that doesn't work, then the guy who boomed is going to be better off the entire rest of the match. And me personally, like, I've become really, really good at early aggression, specifically with the Celts. So usually if it doesn't work, it's for like a reason beyond like literally I lost a match the other day. It might have been on stream because the pathing was fucked up because I created a hole in a dude's wall and I tried to fit my shit through, but like there was a traffic jam that was created because the pathing and the AI in this 25-year-old game is fucked up. I don't know why they can't update it in some way, shape, or form, but maybe that's some inside baseball shit. But excuse me. If we were playing arena, I would have won easy. But the issue that arose was that I built this and then this one right after another, and because of that, my early aggression lagged severely, like severely. So even though I was able to get multiple castles up, 3 fucking castles, it just was not enough for me to be able to strike a finishing blow. And the thing about this too is that truthfully, I could have boomed behind it. Like, that's one thing I gotta get better at too, is booming behind everything. Because like, what was it? There was 4 Rams left. There would have been 4 Rams that I had to contend with. Like, that's nothing. Even with what's he got in there? Eagle Warriors, which are easy as fuck to hurt. Weak versus militia line and cavalry. Like, these guys would have got eaten alive. These guys would have got eaten alive. These guys would have got eaten alive. Like, they're strong versus infantry, but he didn't have that many of them. Like, if I had just either A, went militia line, which I didn't have the food to be able to do that, but if I had boomed, if I had bought a little bit of food in the meantime, and if I had created more woad raiders, I could have fought that off and I could have kept going. But truth be told, I was just getting bored with it. Sometimes that happens where it's like, okay, like, he's probably going to win this. I see a way that I might be able to come back, maybe, possibly, potentially, but it's not a guarantee. I'd rather just get another game in. I'd rather just play another game and, like, see if I can get that win. Even if it's like a hard-fought battle, it's like, I don't feel like having a fucking hour and a half long game. No thanks, Even this was a 30-minute game. I started this game around an hour 55 into the stream. It's now been 2 hours and 25 minutes, so it was almost a half-hour long game, which for me is a long time. I shouldn't even be playing this. The games that I play online need to be like 10 minutes long or less, because I can play like 3 or 4 games and feel accomplished in a sense where it's like, all right, I just played 4 games, cool. I think that's enough. I think I can move on to something else, as opposed to this where it's like one game is like between 20 and 40 minutes. So if you lose that, it's like, oh great, I just wasted 20 to 40 minutes. I didn't even have fun. This guy was a fucking asshole about it. Not this guy specifically, but the guy that I was facing off, he was an asshole. He played in a way that was like really annoying and dumb. Like, fuck that guy. I want to play another one. And before you know it, you're 3 games in, which means you're like an hour and a half to 2 hours in, and you're like, oh fuck. But anyway, it's about that time now. I'll go ahead, I'll quit this. Let's see. Yeah, you see villager high of 79 versus villager high of 35. There was no way in hell when the villager highs got to be that far apart. There was no way in hell, even with all that relic gold, that I was going to be able to do anything. It just was not going to happen. It was not going to work out. He had way too much. Going on. I could have tried my best to catch up to him, like I said, but it would have just been annoying, honestly. But yeah, I'd say it's about time to hit that dusty trail. Thank you everybody very much for popping in. Thank you very much, High Ecuador, for the $5 tip. Thank you so much for that. I am going to head out and I will be streaming on Sunday. I'm not sure exactly what time. I have a lot of stuff going on Sundays now, especially with church. So I'm not saying I'm ditching the Sunday streams, but like, don't be surprised if I'm not as regular with them. I'm thinking what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to go earlier in the day. So like between 3 or 4 p.m. or something like that is when I'm going to have to stream for a couple of hours, and you know, we'll do our thing there. But I'm still kind of trying to figure it all out because church is, you know, a new thing for me. It's a big thing. I got to make sure I get there, and you know, that's part of the reason why I didn't stream on Sunday. It's one of the reasons. But yeah, Amanesto is the besto. Good night, sir. But yeah, anyway, enough chit chat, enough lollygagging here. I'm heading out. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.